At KVGC News Time, 7 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Time for a look at the news for a Friday, the 19th day of May for 2017. Well, the investigation into yesterday's fire on Main Street, Jackson, will continue. The city fire marshal finished the on-scene investigation yesterday, but the results are still to be determined. Yesterday morning around 1:30, a commercial fire alarm sounded, and when fire crews arrived on Main Street, they discovered multiple buildings affected by the fire. The major fire damage was in the area of Richard and Sherry's and the newly renovated Luca's restaurant, with considerable smoke damage discovered at Main Street Emporium and Goldmine Jewelers. Crews also evacuated 9 residents from 4 apartments on a second floor above Richard and Sherry's and the Main Street Emporium. Now, the buildings have since been returned to the business owners after crews remained on scene all day yesterday to check for hotspots. No injuries were reported by any of the residents or any firefighters. Jackson fire crews were assisted by Ione Fire, CAL FIRE, Sutter Creek Fire, JPD, Amador County Sheriff's deputies, along with Jackson Public Works and the building department.
Well, Calaveras Sheriff deputies, with the assistance of Calaveras County Code Enforcement, served a search warrant on a property on Shalimar Drive in Jenny Lind recently. Search warrant is a result of numerous citizen complaints of illegal grading and fencing filed with the Calaveras County Sheriff Office and Code Enforcement. Now, upon further investigation, it was discovered the location was an unregistered and illegal marijuana grow. During the search warrant, nobody at the property was contacted. However, 1,451 marijuana plants were seized. That is, yes, 1,451. Now, while on the property, deputies located a water line leading to a neighboring property. It's suspected at this time that the growers were stealing water from that property. Now, the investigation into the identities of the persons involved is ongoing. If you believe an unregistered marijuana grow is started near you, please contact the Calaveras County Marijuana Enforcement Team tip line at 754-6870.
More details on a charter bus crash in Calaveras County. The crash happened on Highway 12 near Double Springs Road. 44-year-old Jeffrey Nelson of Sacramento was driving a charter bus carrying 34 juveniles and 4 chaperones on their way back from a field trip in Woodland. He allowed the bus to travel off the roadway, and down a steep embankment, coming to rest on its wheels at the bottom. 5 of the juvenile passengers suffered minor injuries. Highway 12 was completely closed to offload the passengers, and again when it was time to remove the bus.
Well, the Angels Camp City Council has said they don't want cannabis money. The council voted this week to reject a $60,000 donation from the Calaveras Cannabis Alliance. The money would have been earmarked for a student resource officer at Bret Harte High School. The donation was rejected because even though Prop 64 legalized marijuana in California, marijuana is still considered a controlled substance by the federal government.
Well, with a sunny, warm weekend ahead of us, the Amador County Sheriff Office would like to remind everyone, stay safe while enjoying outdoor recreation, especially near our area lakes and rivers. The Sierra snowpack causing the McCollum River to flow much higher than normal this spring and early summer, and they want everyone to stay out of the water. The Sheriff Office Swiftwater Rescue Team and Sheriff Office Search and Rescue volunteers, along with firefighters with the Amador Fire Protection District, have been conducting a series of swiftwater training exercises in anticipation of an increase in water-related rescue incidents. Now, also keep in mind boating safety. Everyone should wear a life jacket. It doesn't do you any good sitting on the floor of the boat. You got to put it on and never operate a boat while drinking.
I'm just gonna laugh about that because when we first read that story today, Joe, I think you read it at 5. It sounded.
Did it throw him off too? Like
well,
it did
no,
me
it sounded like it does no good if you're sitting on the floor of a boat.
You have to be standing or sitting in the chair.
But we're talking about the life jacket being on the floor of the boat, not you sitting on the floor of the boat. So it's like, don't sit on the wheel wells of the pickup truck in the bed.
Yeah.
You'll bounce out.
Learn how you can benefit your garden and the environment by recycling valuable organic resources by attending a free public education class. Composting and Vermiculture for the Home Gardener, provided by the Amador County Master Gardeners this Saturday from 9 a.m. to noon. Various home garden composting methods and materials will be discussed. Information about worm composting or vermiculture will also be included. This class is open to the public. No reservations are required. Classes are held in the GSA building at Airport Road on Sutter Hill. If you have any questions about the class or other gardening issues, call the Master Gardener's office from 10 a.m. to noon, Tuesday through Thursday at 223-6838.
And today is day 2 of the Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee. The fairgrounds opens at 9 this morning. The carnival at noon. Today at 2 on the lawn stage, it's the Calaveras Idol. And then there'll be a cowboy poetry contest on the main lawn at 5 o'clock. Friends of the Fair $1,000 drawing at 7:30. And on the main stage tonight at 8 o'clock, it's Ned Ledoux. Fairgrounds close at noon. For a complete list of activities for today or through the weekend, you can visit frogtown.org.
Well, don't forget, Miss Amador scholarship entries due Monday. Now, if you or a friend or a relative want to compete for some great scholarships and the honor of being named Miss Amador 2017, you have to file your application by 5 p.m. this coming Monday. Now, thousands of dollars in scholarship money are given to the winners and runners-up every year. You can get a list of the rules for entry and more in a packet at AmadorCountyFair.com and follow the link to Miss Amador. Also, if you need more information, contact Kim Toma at 267-0369, Lori Halverson at 607-2736, or the Fair Office, 245-6921.
That's a look at local news on a Gold Country Friday, the 19th day of May for 2017. From the KVGC News Center,
I'm JD.
I'm Joey Geedy.
And I'm Jim Geedy reporting.